guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be unboxing the Insta360 X3. We're going to open it up, take a look at everything that it comes with. It's a what?
I don't think anyone cares about an unboxing.
Then why did we just set up this whole shot then?
I don't know.
Okay, so what are we going to shoot then, Josh?
Why don't we just go do stuff?
Go do stuff. Like, shoot what kind of stuff?
Alright, let's rock and roll. Look at that, I don't even need to do anything.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our flight around the city this is not an unboxing. Not at all, in fact. We're here at the CNE. This takes place every summer in Toronto, and we've come to the place where there's probably the most stuff to shoot possible. We're shooting with the Insta360 X3 today to test out all of the new modes that it offers, and this, right now, is called Me Mode. So as you can see, it's a single camera, it's facing me, it's great for vlogging, and it will literally just stay focused on me as I walk around the area. Now, without further ado, let's shoot some more stuff.
So it's safe to say we found just a couple of things to shoot, but before I go into listing off all of the different modes and features that you just saw in that sequence, I just want to give you guys my first overall impressions of this 360 camera. So if you've been around on this channel for a while, you may remember many years ago I talked about the 1X. Now this has come such a long way since then, obviously we would expect that, but the battery life at the X lasted all day with this, and I remember when I was shooting with the 1X, the battery life was something that really frustrated me, so I was very, very impressed that we did have a portable charger with us, but we didn't have to recharge it at all that day. The other thing, and you're probably gonna hear me use this word over and over again, but this was just so intuitive to use. I mean, my whole job is having to pick up different pieces of gear and figure out how to use them, and I can get really frustrated when something isn't easy to use. I didn't have to look at any instruction manual, any tutorials. This is so easy to switch between the different modes, to shoot all of the different styles of shots with this. It's just like so set it and forget it. It's crazy. And I didn't think, especially when my last experience with this was the 1X, I didn't think it was going to be this easy. And in terms of the actual design of it, I think a big reason why it's so easy and intuitive to use is probably the screen, which is now massive and touchscreen. The other thing about editing the footage, so once you take it, once you record it, you can, if you want to be able to post it right away, you can literally review it in the app on your phone. If you want to add any keyframes, it's super intuitive. It's really, really easy. It just takes, honestly, seconds, and a couple of minutes later, even after shooting the shot, you can have it live. You can literally have it posted, ready to go. That is exactly what I need in my job, and probably what a lot of you guys who necessarily aren't professional photographers or videographers would like to be able to do with this. We need everything quickly, and we need everything to be easy so that we can do it kind of on the go and on the fly, and not even just for fun to be able to share, but for our jobs as well. We want something easier, and faster is just like always better. I'm now sitting with the Insta360 on my lap, my own phone, and I have stolen Josh's phone because we decided this is the best way to demo this. So there's something called Snap Wizard. Excuse me. So when you go into Snap Wizard, you're basically in the editing section of like whatever clip that you shot. So now we've already made a couple of these, so just ignore that. This is the full length clip here at the bottom, and we've screenshotted this, so this will be up like somewhere on screen. So as you point your phone around the room, it will change the perspective on the clip that you have in the phone. So you can literally just point to where you want it and then film the whole motion. So you'll press this center record button here, the clip starts playing, and I can just pan around, stop recording. Maybe I just want something out of this side, and I'm gonna start recording. I'm gonna zoom in, stop recording. Now I want one more angle of the front, and I want that a bit closer, so I'm just gonna hold that there. Now I have 3 different angles, all in 3 different clips here, all from that one same 360 video clip that we shot. So if you don't want to necessarily like hold it with your finger and scroll across, it's just, I'm gonna say the word intuitive again. You literally just point and shoot it the way you want it at this exact speed rather than having to use your fingers. That's wild. So also note that all of the footage you saw in our sequence is a normal color mode. So there are 3 modes you can choose from. There's normal, vivid, and log. So now you know what normal looks like. For those of you who are watching that aren't professional photographers or videographers, and you're just like, I want an action camera, I want a 360 kind of action camera, or I want one camera that will allow me to just kind of like run around in my daily life and shoot some stuff, I think this would be great for you. And that's because it's just so darn easy to use. You can get so many different angles. The footage looks great, especially with this new X3. Like, I'm gonna go through the specs in a second, but it is overall a really impressive camera. You're not sacrificing quality to get this really unique perspective of shooting, and it really is just set it and forget it. If you're not super techie, but you really want to be able to shoot something like this, this is 100% the camera for you. But for people like me who are YouTubers, or you want to vlog, or you're professional videographers, you want something like this, but you don't want to invest like a whole lot of time and effort in post-production, then this is an amazing camera for you to consider. And for me, as a person who travels a lot, and who travels a lot alone, and who makes videos by themselves quite often, it makes a lot of sense for me to have something like this, because I can set it up and literally forget it. If I'm like, hey, I don't have a lot of time, but I want to shoot a quick hyperlapse, I can just walk through an area rather than taking individual photos and then bringing it into After Effects later. It's just a whole thing. So this is really going to speed up my workflow and allow me to really level up my content as well. All right, so let's get into listing off some of the new features and the new modes of the Insta360 X3. First, we have an upgraded 1/2-inch sensor. Then we have 5.7K 360 video with active HDR. We've got 72 megapixel 360-degree photos. We've got 4K single lens mode, so that's your action camera kind of shot. We've got me mode. We have the invisible selfie stick for third-person views, so you don't have to take a look at that selfie stick anymore, it's gone. We have flow state stabilization, plus the 360-degree horizon lock. It is rugged and waterproof up to 33 feet. It has a powerful AI editing suite now. It has the 2.29-inch touchscreen with tempered glass. and it does 8K time lapses. So a couple of things I noticed when shooting in these different modes. First of all, me mode. So I think that's really cool, especially for vlogging, and this was really fun for us to play with. But what we did notice, because for this video, obviously you're watching this on YouTube, so much of what we were shooting was horizontal instead of vertical. When we were shooting 16:9, what we noticed is that my head was a little bit low in the frame. So because this mode automatically tracks you as you move around the area, it tracks where your head is in the frame, and you can't really correct this later on. So that was one thing that I would like to see improved in the future. But if you're shooting vertical, then this isn't really an issue for you anymore. Your head is in the correct location. So it's just a matter of adapting for different ratios. These aren't exactly new features, but they are really fun to play with. The nose mode and bullet time. The bullet time you'll see in the shot of Josh and I like jumping up and down in slow motion. We spun the camera around like our pineapple ice cream at one point. It's just kind of a cool, fun thing. Like, is this a make or break reason why I would buy this camera? No, but it is like a fun additional thing to be able to play with. But they are nice to mention because they are more like perspectives and incentives to be able to choose this camera. One thing you do have to be considerate of when shooting with this camera is your lighting conditions. When you are in even slightly lower light conditions, you do start to see a little bit of grain, and you do start to see a little bit of the, camera kind of compensating for this and kind of smoothing out your shot. It's just like not quite as sharp anymore, which, depending on what you're shooting isn't a huge deal, but it's just something that you'll want to consider. Overall, if you've had your eye on Insta360 for a while and you haven't bitten the bullet yet and just picked one up, then I would 100% say that now is your time, based on this screen on the back, based on how intuitive it is, based on the battery life, the 1/2-inch sensor. I'm so excited to have this now, and I will be using this a lot more in my content to come. So if that doesn't speak to how much I like it, I don't know what does. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys want to see me test out any other cameras kind of like this one, let me know in the comments below, and like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you're not already, hit the notification bell to get notified for all future videos, and we'll see you in the next one.